Governor Terry Branstad wants Iowa to be the healthiest state in the United States by 2016. So the Blue Zones Project was brought in to lead those efforts on how to empower communities to increase well-being and put a focus onto their community's health. Faith Ann Molyneux, I'm the engagement lead for Blue Zones Project, Iowa City. The Blue Zones Project was started by a man named Dan Buettner. He was a National Geographic explorer who was tasked with finding where do people live the longest, the best. So not only where are they growing to the oldest age, but where is it happening the most healthfully? He found 5 places in the world that people lived a long time, and at the end of their life, they had a more peaceful death, not as much chronic disease, not as much of the problems that we have in the United States. He happened to have a blue marker in his hand. He circled those areas of the world, and they then became the Blue Zones. The project was brought to Iowa City through an application process. There were 87 communities who applied to have the program brought into their hometowns, and 10 were chosen. So it's a very big deal that the Blue Zones Project is in Iowa City, that they were chosen, that they were ready to move forward with increasing their well-being. The Blue Zones Project impacts Iowa City residents by serving as a connective ribbon. If you look at the places where people spend most of their time, at work, at school, in restaurants, in grocery stores, the Blue Zones is a way to tie everything together by decreasing barriers that people may find and inhibit them from increasing well-being on their own.
My name's Tom Banta. I am the organization lead for the Blue Zones Project here in Iowa City. My role as the organization lead was focused on work sites, restaurants, and groceries in particular, with the goal of making the healthy choice the easy choice where folks live, work, and play. Giovanni's was one of the first restaurants that we designated. They made a couple changes to some menu items to make them more plant-based and fit some of the project guidelines, whole grains, plant-based proteins, non-use of dairy, but in the cases where dairy was used, make it more of a sheep's or goat's. And Hills Bank is one of our work sites that is designated. They have multiple facilities. They designated here in the Iowa City area as well as in some of our sister communities up in Marion and Cedar Rapids.
Upcoming for the Blue Zones Project is the big wrap-up on January 31st of this year. We'll be completed in the state of Iowa, and the Blue Zones Project will be moving on to other states.